Hiya folks, we're back in the log cabin again. Gary's been buying a couple of generators. This is a small one, he's got a bigger one outside. Let's go and have a look at it. Right, so Gary's been down to his lawnmower supply and he didn't have any in, so he's picked up two generators. This one here, what'd you pay for this one?
That was a tenner.
This one was a tenner. I'll show you the one outside in a minute, which is a bigger one. How much was that one?
20.
20 quid. It's quite a large one, exactly. These haven't run. They were sold as non-runners, weren't they?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and get them started. We don't know what's wrong with them. The bigger one has got the pull cord thing missing, so we'll probably have to try and start that with a drill start. So also, don't forget, if this is your first time here on our channel, if you do like what we're doing, have a look for our playlist, and also click on the subscribe button and consider hitting that little notification bell and marking all your preferences to all. That way you get notified every time we upload a video. Right, let's go outside and we'll have a look at this big one as well, and I'll show you this one in a minute. Come on. Oh. Right, this is the big one. This is the bigger one. It's quite a weighty unit. Let's have a little look at it. Right, well, it's a Clarke Power, obviously from probably Machine Mark, something like that. Single phase, 3,000 revs per minute. What's the wattage it can take, or the load? Seeing as it's an FG 3005, I'm wondering whether it's a 3 kilowatt one. It's a big enough motor for that, but as you can probably see, it's in a bit of a mess. It don't look like it's been started for a long, long time. That's the governor arm there, which looks like it's all seized up. As you can probably see there, the carbs, again, everything's crusted up on it. Does it turn over though? Oh, it turns over, so at least we can have a go possibly at putting some carb spray or something in the petrol hose or the air filter, and we'll have a close look at that. See, the top of it's come off. This is all that come with the top. So the actual gubbins for that, you can buy these. We'll probably end up getting one of these if it's worth it. And looking in the fuel tank, it's got a filter in there which is a bit ripped. Get out, yeah. Oh, the tank actually doesn't look too bad in there. So that's a good sign. That'd be a nice candidate if we can get it going to powder coat it. Where's it missing?
Power button.
Oh yeah, look, there's a power button missing from there. I don't know about that. But again, there's a breaker under there somewhere. These have all discoloured, these switches. Look, they're all hard. So that's probably been left outside for quite a while, I would imagine. Two 13 amp plugs on there. Yeah, so it looks all there. So that's the larger one, but we'll have a look at that one in a minute. But we've got this one here. What is it called? A Medusa Compact 950. So this could be a 950 watt. Again, it does pull over. It's got an engine switch on it. It's got a stop. Oh, and the choke lever's down there. One socket outlet. Let's have a little look inside the fuel tank if we can. Again, both sold as non-runners. This one's actually got fuel in it. Or did you put fuel in it, Gary?
I haven't touched them.
Right, so let's try and get that filter out of there. Hold on. Right, does that come out? They normally come out, yeah. In actual fact, the tank in that one is really good. And that smells like fresh fuel in it. So maybe he's tried to start it and couldn't start it. And these come from a house clearance, by the way, didn't they, Gary?
Yeah.
So, yeah, someone might have tried to start it, or it might even run, we don't know. Did he check them, do you know, Gary?
He just said he pulled them over and they won't start, so...
Oh, right, okay.
He's not.
Right, okay, so let's get that there. Is that close enough? That'll do, won't it? Right, okay, so that's that. Right, so as you say, the fuel tap's on. Where's the choke? Choke's at the bottom there, isn't it? Put the choke on, then I'll hold it. The plug cap's on. We haven't done anything yet. We're just going to try and fire it up. See what happens.
Power switch on.
Is it on?
I think that's on.
Right, hold it there. There's no sign of it firing. It's just not worth going on and on with it. If it ain't going to fire straight away, then obviously there's a problem with the fuel. What we can do is take the spark plug out first of all. Right, so as I say, first port of call. We're not going to check compression yet. We're just going to see if we can put some fuel in there. See if we got a wet spark plug first of all. So again, we want to get to the problem straight away. So this is what I normally do. plug is really wet. It doesn't smell too good, so that could be old fuel in there. Not sure. So what we'll do first of all, we'll put that plug back in, and I'll get hold on, where's the spark plug checker? We'll get the spark plug checker in. Now again, I've had people say with it, when you use these things, oh, you're using one of them things, that don't tell whether the plug sparks or not. Well, it does, because it wouldn't spark if the spark plug wasn't sparking. Okay, so just to let you know. So we'll just put that there for a minute. I ain't going to tighten it in fully, I'm just going to do it hand tight. Right, like that. So we'll stick that on there, and we'll stick that in there. Right, let's see if it pull it over, Gary. Go on. Go on. Right, there's a good spark there. You probably can't see that, so we know we've got spark. So now I'm happy with that. If the spark plug was no good, folks, by the way, that wouldn't spark, believe me, okay? So let's clear that little nonsense up straight away when you get people in the comment section say, oh, you haven't proved where the spark plug works. So what we're going to quickly do is whack some easy start in there, just to prove we ain't got a carburation problem. There we go. Going to put the lid on. Spark plug rather. Put the lid on. What am I talking about? Just nip it up, ain't got to go mad. Cap back on quickly. Right, try again. There you go, straight away, fired up straight away. So straight away, we now know exactly what the problem is. We've got a full tank of fuel. Between the fuel tank and the engine to make it start, we've got a carburetor. Carburetor is the thing that governs the fuel going into the engine. Hence, we've got no fuel going into there. Now, whether or not, sometimes what can happen is you can get a carb get stuck. So what you may want to try, just give the carb a little bit of a tap. Just give it a little tap. Right, okay. While we've given that a tap now, we'll just try that, start that again. I don't think, is it on choke still? Yeah. Right, leave it on choke, try it again. Right, that's it, stop, not worth carrying on. It's definitely a carb problem, so the carb's gonna have to come off on this one. So that one is okay. We'll leave that for the second now. We're gonna get the other one in here now, and we'll try and get that started. At least this runs. £10 you pay for that. Right, let's go and get this one in. Right, ready? To me. Mind that hole there, don't fall down that hole, will you?
Okay.
Okay. Go sideways. Not on the front. There we go. I'll tell you what, go right the way around, more space around that side. I'll leave it like that, that'll do. That'll do. Right, okay. Here we go. Now this one looks a lot more worse. Is that a word? Is that a phrase? Now this one, we're going to need the drill to turn this one over. We know we've got no fuel in it, so what I'm going to do first is take the air filter off. I'm not even going to bother with the fuel tank at the moment. Yeah, he's just going to check the oil while we're there. There's got a... In actual fact, that looks like it's not done much work at all. That's the air filter come out of it, look. And it's oiled as well, that sponge, so it looks like it's been well maintained. It could be just that we've picked one up that's not been used for a long, long time, that's all. Let me get a cloth. So again, he's just checking the oil from the dipstick down there. It's a bit dark in there, I know, but oh, the oil's coming out.
There's plenty in that, then.
That's I don't know whether that's fill up to a level, is it or not?
Oh, the dipstick on the end.
That is a dipstick, is it? So it looks like it's got too much oil in it. So that's something we might have to look into. Hold on, let's wipe that up. There we go. Yeah, so that could be overfilled, we don't know yet. Looking in there, the choke is open, as you can probably see there. Right, that's not actually moving the choke at all. That's the choke there, is it? Yeah, the choke lever is actually not connected to anything, look. That's the choke lever there. As you can see, the choke opening and shutting there, look. Can you see that? So there's something missing off of there.
I bet that's what that was wedging in then.
Oh, do you reckon?
When you...
Right, it could have been, yeah, so... There looks like some sort of... That's the governor, that's the throttle there, as you can see that there. That lever goes to the inside of the engine, which is the governor. So you think there'd be some sort of lever for the choke?
It's hooking there to there.
Yeah, it probably is there, isn't it? But there again...
It's been rubbing there.
I'm not sure. So we're going to squirt some easy start in there, and then I'm going to shut the choke. So get some easy start, Gary. Right, squirt that in that Venturi. I've got it open at the moment. That's it. And then we'll shut the choke. Right, the choke's now shut. Now we're going to need to get something on there to turn the engine over, so we're going to get a drill set up. Bear with us. Right, so we're going to do this with the high speed drill. Put that in there. Okay. Right. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Didn't seem like there's nothing there, did there? Hey? Is the switch on?
It's the breaker switch. Engine switch up.
Right, what's this here, look? Right, hold on, let's put that there for a minute. We got some electrics we just found around here, look. Look around here, we've got a broken cable there. The blue, this could be the on and off switch, so that could not be getting any spark whatsoever. We're just going to connect these back up and then we'll come back to you, okay? So we'll see you in a second. Right, okay then, so as you can see, the three cables that were disconnected there are the blue, the white and the black. I've only twisted them together and kept them apart for the moment because we're only testing this out, so that's that all right now. Gary's just squirted some more easy start up there. The choke's been closed. Let's go for another pull. Again, we're looking for it just to fire. The plug lead's on, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, you ready? It run, it fired. So we now know that we're going to have a running thing. It's going to be the same thing again. It's going to be a carb strip down on this, I would imagine, although we haven't tried any petrol in this yet, have we?
No.
This one's totally empty. Let's put some petrol in it. Have we got any?
Yeah.
Let's wipe that rubbish from around the top of that cap there first. Hold on, look, there's all bloody grit around there. I can whack some in there. Again, we're just trying it. We're probably going to have to strip the carb down on this, but at least it fired. Will that be enough? No, it's pretty covering the bottom. Yeah, a bit more than that, Bert. How do you? Right, we're covering the bottom now. We should be okay there now. Just wipe that off. Don't want it setting fire, do we? Okay, whack that top one. Right. Hey, is there a tap? Oh, I've got the tap here. Is that on or off? I can't see. Well, there's a bit of wet down there, so hopefully we've got petrol down here. I don't really think it's going to fire, but we'll give it a go anyway. Just put some easy start through there as well while I'm doing it. You ready? Oh, put some in first, go on. Go on, get a bit more. That's it, try that. Shut the choke again. Got it?
Yeah.
Little cough there again, isn't it? Right, well, let's just take that plug out. We'll have a quick look at the plug. That's the old original metal plugs on that as well, look. That's well rusted, isn't it? Look at that down there, look, that plug. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're just here, we'll just check that spark as well. So, get that little spark plug tester again. Just plug that on there. Okay. Right, you wait there. You see that all right, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see if you can see a spark. Oh, look at that, look. Superb spark. So, as I say, hopefully, it's just a fueling issue. So we'll just take that plug out, we'll squirt some directly into there and hopefully we can get it to fire straight up. But again, we're suspecting the carb's going to be the problem on this one again. Again, not been touched for ages and ages. But again, we've had it fire. It did definitely fire, didn't it?
Yeah.
So again, great sign that this could just be stripping down, cleaning up and putting back together. What's the matter?
I need to wind it back in because the socket won't come off. Because that.
Oh, right. Yeah, again, that's not been out for a while, has it? That's where you want one of those thin box spanners, isn't it?
Yeah.
To go in there.
Long thread.
It's a long thread, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, the centre electrode's weird. And look at the size of that gap there. Look, that's about a 50 thou gap. In fact, we make that a bit smaller. That could help with starting as well, because that central electrode looks like it's worn away, doesn't it?
Worn down, isn't it?
It's a torch, so it's obviously a pattern plug.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a second-hand plug, but just look at the gap difference on them. I don't know if you can see that, can you? That is massive gap, really opened up there, and the centre electrode's worn down. That one is something in the ballpark. You're looking at 28 to 30 thou, and that's what I think this one is. So we're just going to put this one straight in and get rid of that one. Yeah, put some easy start back in there. You've got a plug gap that big, you're really going to struggle to start the thing as well. So again, we're putting it straight in there. That should do, yeah. Again, these are like preliminary checks, what we're doing here. We just want it to run, and to make sure it does run, then we know it's worth stripping down. But as you can see, all the bracketry in there is all rusted, and that spring's totally rusted, this one here. But as I say, we are missing some bit, or some bits broken off down there for the choke control, so that's something we've got to look into. So we can put that plug cap back on now. I predict that with that plug in and some fresh easy start in there, we should start near enough instantly. There you go, what did I say? Absolutely fantastic. So we now know this is going to be a runner. It didn't sound too bad when it started. So this is going to be 2 renovations or restorations jobs. We'll just take the fuel cap off, we'll take the carb off, we'll get the engine covers off. They can all be cleaned and maybe even painted and or powder coated. We'll see how we go with that. But 2 ideal, and this one cost you 20 quid?
Yeah.
Being a 3 kilowatt one, if it is a 3 kilowatt one, this might be a handy one to keep hold of. I've got another 2 small lawnmowers, not lawnmowers, what they're called, generators down there, so it might be worth outing them. I don't know what these sell for on the market, but you had a look at prices?
Yeah, 300 quid if you want one.
Oh! Unbelievable.
A big one like this out here, yeah?
No, I don't think so. You think so? I've got one of them out here. Oh, there is a big heavy thing. This thing here? Yeah. Oh, that thing. Of course I've got a big 1500 one out here. Yeah, but the electrics don't work on that.
I don't know.
I've not looked into it. We got it started. We've done a video on that one at the back there. That's right. But the generator's not working. I haven't had time to look at it yet. That was for another job anyway. Nah, right. We've just lifted the fuel tank out of the way. That's only 4 bolts. That was lovely. As you can probably see, we've got either looks like rat droppings there that have been walking over it, all over this engine. So we're just getting down now to the nitty gritty of it all. We'll just take some more external cases off. They've got this case in here to come off maybe, this side case in here, and we can probably give it an agitation, take it outside and blow it all off with a wax and grease remover or something. So yeah, we'll put you on a bit of time lapse now, just while we're taking a few odds and sods off. Things like engine casings, these can come off, all this sort of stuff, you know. And maybe we can remove some of this bracketry here as well. So we're going to do that, put you on time lapse. We'll see you in a minute. Right, so we've basically stripped everything off now. We're nearly down to the engine, but while we're down this far, we might as well just take this exhaust off. Let's get that in there. As you probably saw in the time lapse, we took the carb off as well. These little guns are a godsend for jobs like this. Let's just get them bolts off of there. I've squirted these with WD-40 down first of all. There we go. Right, okay, so we've got one more here. There we go. So we should be able to get that exhaust right off out of the way now, sandblast it and also paint it up again. So now, get that off. Also with that little snout that's been living on there for God knows how long. So the exhaust is actually solid, as you can probably see. It's just corroded. So we're not going to have to buy another one of them. Let's put that over here. So that's the carb there, as you can probably see. That's going to be no problem to strip down, but we have got a bit possibly broken or missing off of this, off of the choke mechanism, so we've got to look into that. All these nuts and bolts here, they can all go in the MC51 rust cleaner, and that should clean all them up. I'm just going to put a plug in here in the exhaust port with tissue, just so we don't get any dirt or crap in there. Again, just whack that in there. That's it. There we go. We don't want any fluid or anything falling in that piston. So we've got the exhaust and the inlet plugged, and also there's a little air hole in the side of the rocker cover or valve cover gasket. So right, we can take this outside now, give it a good clean down, spray it off and blow it off. Don't want to do it in here because you don't want any of this dust getting anywhere. We should have gloves on really, but we'll agitate that with a brush with some fluid and blow all this out as well. So that's what we're going to do now. Right, so it's a bit of everything today. He's just been on his phone. He's just secured another lawnmower. What are you paying for this one?
20 quid. It's another self-drive sovereign.
It's one of those self-drive sovereigns which you've just sold. That big red one. Is it the one we powder coated?
Yeah, it's just gone.
He's just sold that today, and he's going to pick another one up now for 20 quid. So that's where we're going to go now. You might as well come along for the ride. Right, here we are. Not quite the same as the other one. This is a smaller model, and it's also got a Briggs & Stratton Classic 35 engine on it. Looks like someone's had a pull cord on it at some stage. It's missing a few little things, but does it run? Let's have a go, see if it starts up. Yeah, the air filter's been off, as you can see there. It's round the wrong way. Oh, try to start. Well, it runs. Does the drive work? Yeah, drive works. Yeah, see, the controller's not doing nothing. Common thing here, someone's played about with a cable there, as you can see, look. And the springs look like they've been messed about with as well. And the springs look like they've been messed about with as well, so something to look at, but as I say, that don't look like a genuine cable on there, does it? I've never seen that sort of setup before anyway. So anyway, that's what he's got there. He probably won't show this one because it's just another Briggs & Stratton Classic engine. You've seen hundreds of these anyway. We've got loads of these sort of things on our channel, but there you go. He's just picked that one up, and that will be get refurbished maybe, or serviced and outed. Yeah. He'll probably end up spraying this black again like we did on that other one, and just tidy it up a bit basically. I think the deck will clean up all right maybe. Yeah. Might be just a little bit of spray on it. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, that's that one.
I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. Well, we're all built and right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the fire, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together.
Right, that's a bit better. Let's get that mask off, put that over there. Happy with that. Right, so we've cleaned off most of it now. We've got all the heavy grease off of it now. Let's just show you where we are. And as you can probably see, it's a lot better now. It's a lot more manageable. All that heavy grease that was all around here is all gone now, although it just needs a bit of a wipe over now, so that's not too bad. We'll get this bracket off here. As you can probably see, there's two brackets there, one there and one there. Take these off, put these through the sandblaster, and then they'll have a coat of paint or whatever. So that's that sorted out. Coming round to the back side of the motor, this has all been blown out now. That's all nice and clean. This Gary will attack with a wire brush on a rotary drill, and then we'll really spray that with an aluminium paint, so that'll look lovely. All this frame will be painted. Can't powder coat it because I don't think this frayed cradle will fit in the powder coating cupboard, so that's that. And yeah, it should be all right. We'll come back to you afterwards when we've finished all that. All them rusted nuts and bolts. We've got this MC51 rust treatment, and all we'll do, all them nuts and bolts as you can see in there like that, we'll just top up with the MC51, and they can stay in there for 24 hours. They'll have a little wire brush and they'll all be back to as good as new. And that's it, bit of fun today, tinkering. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, if you haven't seen our channel before, or if you've visited before but hadn't subscribed, do consider subscribing, and also ring that little notification bell, and that way set your preferences to all, and that way you'll get notified every time we upload a video. We'll leave Gary carrying on. I'm gonna go in now, edit this video so you can see this today, and catch you in the next video. And until then, bye for now.